Let's go to
Thank you.
CBS News correspondent Carter Evans, who is digging into the story on the West Coast as it pertains to what happened in D.C. You're live outside the suspect's home in Torrance, California. Carter, what have investigators learned about Alan?
All right, so let me tell you a little bit where I am. We're in Torrance right now, and this is the family home. This is the Allen family home. In fact, you might see that blue scooter out there. Neighbors tell me that that was his scooter. They've lived here for a couple of years, and most people in this neighborhood didn't know that anything was going on until the SWAT team arrived on Saturday night. We know that he graduated from Caltech with a degree in mechanical engineering. He worked as a part-time teacher at a tutoring center. He actually received an award for that a couple of years ago, Teacher of the Month. And he described himself online as a self-employed game developer. Now, we may have learned most about him from this manifesto that he allegedly sent to his family members just an hour or so before he allegedly moved in on the event and opened fire. It was an apology. It started out apologizing to his parents for lying and telling them that he had an interview to go to. He apologized to his colleagues and to his students for saying that he had a personal emergency and that's why he wasn't at work. He apologized to all the people that he traveled next to for putting them in danger, not knowing that he was carrying all those weapons in his luggage with him. And he also plotted out his path, that he was aiming for top administration officials from the top down. He was going to try to avoid involving or injuring Secret Service or hotel security unless they fired first. But you heard Nicole Skanga talk about one Secret Service member being struck potentially with buckshot. It's interesting because in the manifesto, he mentions that he specifically chose to use buckshot instead of slugs because he wanted to minimize the injuries that could be caused. Perhaps buckshot or a slug rather could go through a wall. And then he also thanked a lot of people in this manifesto, especially his church family. He thanked his personal family and his church family for supporting him throughout his life.
Okay, so now 24, 48 hours after, what are neighbors saying about this? The fact that a SWAT team showed up at a home.
I think they're still trying to put it all together. I mean, there was that craziness initially when the SWAT team showed up. You had helicopters overhead, dozens of officers armed to the teeth, the SWAT vehicles here, and they spent hours and hours inside this home looking for evidence, and I think they're just trying to put it all together right now. I mean, the neighbors that I've spoken with basically tell me that this doesn't fit what they know about this family. Most of them said that they didn't know Cole Allen directly. They'd seen him leaving from time to time or maybe out here working on his scooter, but for the most part, they saw his father outside here working in the yard. They said he was very friendly, very neighborly, and something that you hear often in stories like this, that this is a very nice neighborhood and they never expected anything like this to happen here. And I think they're still in shock and coming to terms with learning what their neighbor was plotting.
They're in shock, and so also the rest of the world. Carter Evans reporting live. Thank you so much for that.